This morning, a 71-year-old man passed away. It's the kind of news we hear all too often. Maybe it was someone in your neighborhood, a friend from long ago, or even a name you didn't recognize. But every time, it makes us pause for a moment and think. Life is fragile. And at this stage, that thought starts to feel a little more real, doesn't it? Maybe you felt it too. The aches in the morning that take a little longer to shake off, the moments when you forget why you walked into a room, or the days that seem to blend together. But here's the thing. Life isn't just about counting the years. It's about making the years count. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. What can we learn from the passing of someone our age, someone who still had so much life left to live? What choices can we make right now to ensure we don't just survive, but truly thrive? First, let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: movement. You might have heard the phrase, use it or lose it. And unfortunately, it's true. The less we move, the faster our bodies weaken. Muscles shrink, joints stiffen, and before we know it, we're avoiding stairs, skipping walks, and sitting for longer stretches of time. But here's the good news. Even if you haven't been active in years, you can still build strength, regain balance, and boost your energy starting today. It doesn't take much. A simple routine, standing up from your chair without using your hands, stretching your arms above your head, taking a short walk outside can make all the difference. If you're able to stand, take advantage of it. If you're limited in mobility, even moving your legs while sitting can keep circulation flowing. The goal isn't to train for a marathon. It's to keep your body working for you as long as possible. And movement isn't just about physical health. It's about keeping your independence. The ability to stand, reach, bend, and walk isn't something we think about until it starts slipping away. But by staying active in even the smallest ways, we give ourselves the gift of freedom. The freedom to get up, go out, and keep living, keep in the life we love. Now let's talk about something just as important, maybe even more so, our minds. Our bodies may slow down as we age, but what about our minds? That's where the real battle happens. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why, or struggled to recall the name of someone you've known for years? It's frustrating, isn't it? But here's the thing. Memory loss isn't just a natural part of aging. It's something we can fight against. Our brains need exercise just as much as our bodies do. And no, I'm not talking about solving crossword puzzles all day, although those can help too. I'm talking about real mental engagement, learning something new, trying something different, challenging yourself in small but meaningful ways. When was the last time you picked up a new hobby, played a new game, learned a new skill? See, the brain is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it stays. And the less we challenge it, the faster it weakens. That's why people who stay socially and mentally active tend to have sharper minds well into their later years. It's not luck, it's lifestyle. And speaking of lifestyle, let's talk about something we often push aside: food. You probably already know that what we eat affects our health, but did you know it also affects our mood, our energy, and even our memory? A diet filled with processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats speeds up aging, not just in our bodies, but in our brains, too. On the other hand, the right foods can protect your brain, keep your heart strong, and even add years to your life. Think about it. When you eat a fresh, home-cooked meal, you feel different, don't you? More satisfied, more energized. Compare that to how you feel after eating something heavy, greasy, or full of sugar. Your body knows the difference. So, what should we focus on? It's not about following the latest diet trend. It's about making small, sustainable changes: more fresh vegetables, more lean proteins, more whole foods, less processed junk, less sugar, less mindless eating. And, of course, water, because dehydration sneaks up on us faster than we realize, especially as we age. The food we eat fuels our bodies and our minds. It can either speed up the aging process or slow it down. And the choice? It's in our hands, every single day. But there's one more factor, one that's just as critical as movement, mental engagement, and diet. And honestly, it might be the most important one of all. Stress. It's something we all deal with, no matter our age. But as the years go by, we don't always handle it the same way. The things that once seemed like minor annoyances can start feeling overwhelming. And whether we realize it or not, stress takes a toll, not just on our emotions, but on our bodies. Have you ever noticed how after a stressful day, your body feels more tired than usual? Your muscles ache. Your sleep isn't as restful. Maybe your heart beats a little faster or your stomach feels off. That's not just in your head. Stress triggers real physical reactions in the body, and over time, those effects add up. That's why managing stress is just as important as exercising, eating well, and staying active. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes, all it takes is a few deep breaths, a short walk outside, or even just a quiet moment to yourself. And let's not forget about connection. Loneliness is one of the biggest silent killers of aging. Humans are wired for connection. We need laughter, conversation, and the simple feeling of being understood. But as we get older, our circles tend to shrink. Friends move away, loved ones pass on, and suddenly the world feels a little quieter. But here's the thing. Loneliness doesn't have to be part of aging. It's never too late to reconnect, to make new friends, to engage with the world. Whether it's through a hobby, a club, a simple phone call, or even a conversation with a neighbor, those small moments of connection can make all the difference. So if there's one thing to take away from all of this, it's this. Life is precious. Every single day is a gift. And how we spend that time matters. It's never too late to make a change, to take control of our health, and to create a life that feels fulfilling and joyful. So what's one small change you can start today? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Here's to living fully at any age.